Are you ready to take your organisation to the next level?
Excellence, quality was so important to them and all of the members.
It's really enlightening to see what is happening in industry, to be able to be exposed to some of those stories and those journeys.
Working with the BQF and the certification, is very much part and parcel of, what we're doing.
As many of you will know, the UK Excellence Awards is the BQF showcase event, and I am incredibly proud that we had a record number of entries this year, resulting in tonight being a total sellout.
The Ever So Lean podcast with Matt Sims. Because where people thrive, performance follows.
Welcome aboard part 3 of the Ever So Lean podcast, UK Excellence Awards 2025 special. I'm Matt Sims, I'm your host, and we're going to go through the final part of the UK Excellence Awards 2025. It's a 3-part special, so if you haven't heard part 1 and part 2, hop over and find them first. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on so much excellence, and it's well worth a listen. If you have listened to those, stay with us, because I've got some more great stuff coming your way. Let's get started.
Right, so everybody, our final award in the Being Excellent category is for Best Team. As many of you know, working with teams to be their best is what I personally love to do. So sponsoring this award had my little organisation Boomstar written all over it. To help me congratulate our winners, please welcome my boom shakala partner in crime, the fabulous Laura Pierce. Right, here we go. So we're going to meet our finalists now. The first team is Air Ambulance UK. We have British Gas, the British Heart Foundation, Chevron, National Express, OVO, and RAC. Okay, everybody, so our winning team demonstrated a really strong bond and shared some fantastic examples of how they had delivered great results and improvements by creating a fun and gamified working style. Overall, they shared an amazing insight into their culture of teamwork. So the winner, everybody, of Being Excellent Best Team is the RAC Operations Team!
There's no I in team, and you could say there's no I in RAC either. You see what I did there? Never mind. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. The RAC, they're a calm voice on the phone for over 1 million customers a year, often at moments when people feel that they're most stressed or vulnerable. And what's impressive is how they've taken a once challenging environment and turned it into a place full of energy, pride, and genuine care. Their progress is clear. Customer loyalty is up, with levers dropping from more than 14% to just over 11%. They've reshaped their approach with early tenure teams, smarter call design, incentives created with their own ambassadors, and a sharper view of the customer journey. Daily check-ins, buzz sessions, and transparent KPIs keep things tight without losing that human connection. But their real strength comes from the whole ecosystem behind the scenes. Research and planning keep everything flowing. MI improves clarity. Training brings confidence and skill. Back office teams handle the work no one sees but everybody relies on. It all comes together seamlessly because each part of the team respects the others. And then there's their culture, open forums, recognition lunches, opportunities to ask tough questions, and a genuine commitment to looking out for vulnerable customers. They call themselves Orange Heroes, not as a slogan, but as a reflection of how they behave. This team shows what happens when people unite around purpose, pride, and service. They don't just do the work, they elevate it. A standout example of what a great team truly looks like. A massive congratulations to the RAC sales operations team. Very well deserved and a benchmark for others. We now move on to the headline awards, and before we crown our incredible winners, we're going to hear from a very special guest who captures the spirit of excellence absolutely perfectly. So I'll pass over to Karen to make the introductions, but this is very special and I'm super pleased to better bring this to you.
And we are now going to move on, everybody, to our UK Excellence Headline Award. Now, making the finals and ultimately winning this is a really significant achievement for any organisation who have a great transformation story to share. Therefore, I would like to invite Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, to share a few words on stage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to join you, but I hesitate to interrupt what appears to be an extremely good party. And I think there's an awards ceremony that's perfectly fair. And it's nice to know that so many people appreciate the awards that they're getting. It says something for British Quality Foundation and what you feel that they can add to your businesses and the way that you do business, and amongst others. So I think that for all of you, these have been interesting times, so it's really nice that you come here and enjoy the evening as well. As always, it's a huge encouragement to see such a wide range of organisations and individuals that have come and demonstrated how excellence can bring people together, and together to share that best practice amongst each other, because under normal circumstances, these are quite competitive businesses. But the recognition of quality and excellence and the difference that it makes and the way in which you can learn that is to share. But it remains critically important for businesses to always seek ways to improve, and each of you will be slightly different in the ways in which you approach that. And I find a huge encouragement that these awards shows you different aspects of the way in which you work that can be improved upon, and the way that you grasp those opportunities to make those changes, and how impressed the judges are. I don't envy the judges, by the way, but I think they've done a pretty good job in terms of the competition that they've had in front of them. And it's really the last 32 years that the British Quality Foundation has established itself as a driver of the UK excellence movement. And your presence here tonight and the way in which you've been responding to these awards seems to indicate that it's been doing the right job and that it's been supporting excellence in the right way. But it only does that through this membership body and the commitment that so many of you give to it, not just for this evening's awards and not just to rely on what you've been doing, but throughout the year. So as patron, I'd love to take this opportunity to thank all of those who make the British Quality Foundation an active process throughout the year and give so much of your time to continue that support. It's not really to this organisation, but it's to all of those of you out there who respond to that challenge of quality and excellence. So thank you very much for that. And also, whether you're a winner or not, you have made the finals because you have made a significant contribution to your businesses, and you have truly demonstrated that excellence at exceptional levels can be done, and you have succeeded. The winners can a little extra celebration, but I promise you, to all of you who've come here as finalists, my congratulations. And I hope that you will feel that as part of this evening, that you want to go on sharing that information, not with the winners necessarily, but with those others who you know about, who could benefit from what the British Quality Foundation has to offer. Continue to have a very good night.
Wow. What can I say? What can I say? You know, when I started the Everceline podcast back in December 23, I never imagined that one day I'd be featuring a live speech from a senior royal. It just goes to show how far this journey has come and how powerful these stories of excellence really are. Every time I hear that speech, I'm reminded of what sits at the core of these awards. It's not excellence as a badge or as a moment in spotlight. It's the people, the commitment, and the courage to keep pushing for better, even when no one's watching. The Princess Royal captures that spirit so well. What we've just heard speaks to a truth many of us in improvement and leadership understand deeply. Excellence isn't a destination. It's a way of thinking. It's the small steps, the honest conversations, the willingness to learn and raise others up along the way. And that's exactly what the UK Excellence Awards are all about. Recognising those efforts, celebrating the stories behind them, and shining a light on the people who make excellence happen. And on that note, let's meet some of those people right now as we find out who are our Patrons Award winners.
I'm really grateful to Her Royal Highness for staying with us to present all of the next awards. So, first of all, I'd like to thank Catalyst for sponsoring the Headline Transformation Excellence Award, and joining us up here to congratulate our winners is their CEO, James Dwan. Let's meet the finalists for our Headline Award. It is Balfour BT Highways, BT Business, BT Networks, Chevron, Nugent, Smart DCC, and the Science and Technology Facilities Council. Now, everybody, our winners showed a real passion for transformation innovation with a strong people focus. They also demonstrated the ability to rapidly adapt and change course in light of new circumstances. The focus on global firsts and scaling learning for industry-wide benefit was exceptional. The winner of Transformation Excellence is BT Networks.
Last night a DJ saved my life.
They've done it again! Unbelievable! Congratulations, BT Networks. The thing is, right, every transformation story has a moment where the stakes are unmistakably high. And for BT, that moment came when they were faced with replacing their entire mobile core network, the beating heart of the UK's most reliable mobile service, without dropping a single connection for the 30 million people who depended on it. That's pressure. Now, most organisations would have aimed for a like-for-like swap, but BT didn't. They went far further. Galaxy became the largest cloud-native mobile core transformation anywhere in the world. Elite, not a step. A complete rethink of how the network operates, how teams collaborate, and how quickly new services can be created and deployed. The scale is just staggering. 200 million customer migrations, 10,000 changes with no major incidents, a jump from a 2-person startup nucleus to a 270-strong cross-functional engine, 447 specialist training programs completed, operational readiness checks cut from 2 days to just 20 minutes. And throughout it all, retained its title as the UK's best network for the 11th consecutive year. What makes this story stand out is it isn't just the technology shift, it's the people shift. BT built new teams, merged existing ones, broke down silos and introduced new ways of working. Agile, DevOps, CI, service reliability, engineering, automation and AI. Daily stand-ups, war rooms, big room planning, a rhythm and a pace of collaboration that carried them through intense deadlines and scrutiny from government, Ofcom and senior leadership. Galaxy wasn't simply about swapping infrastructure. It was about future-proofing the nation's connectivity, building skills from within and setting a benchmark that other operators are already beginning to follow. This is transformation at its boldest. Ambitious, disciplined, people-led and delivered at a scale rarely seen. A program that didn't just change a network, it changed how the industry will think about networks for years to come.
To celebrate our BQF 30th anniversary, we created a new award recognising those who do amazing things within their community, showcasing everyday excellence. And we were honoured when Her Royal Highness agreed to endorse this as our Patrons Award. Again, Openreach jumped at the chance to sponsor this category, And so joining us is the wonderful Director of Customer Operations, Carla Thomas. In addition to our jury winners this year, we introduced something a little bit new, which was the public vote to give everybody a chance to choose a winner. And I must say, it has been absolutely mad on LinkedIn and Facebook sites, and the number of votes that have been coming in has blew us away. So thank you to everybody that's done it. What we'd like to show you is just a little video that showcases all of our wonderful Patron Award finalists.
Individuals and organisations that are giving their most precious commodities, because the most precious commodity any of us have is time and energy, and they're giving that in their own time to make stuff happen for brilliance, for sociological benefit for the UK. And you know what? That is hugely important, more now than ever. And that's why Openreach are so proud to sponsor this award.
One of my proudest achievements has been the redistribution of over 2 billion meals in the last 2 years. This has now become a sustainable model, delivering 100,000 meals every month.
Around 18,000 volunteers supporting our 680 shops across the UK.
We are unique because we are the only free national support service for adult survivors of any type of childhood abuse and for all genders.
A community that uses singing as a catalyst to give people who are lonely a reason for getting out and being with others.
We train specialist scent detection dogs for predominantly children that have brittle type 1 diabetes.
I feel my purpose, what really drives me, is to provide people with an opportunity to enhance their quality of life and achieve, more importantly, their dreams.
And I've been told that I'm like a mother or a grandmother that the family hasn't had.
What sets me and my organization apart for this prestigious award is the vision.
Award is I do a lot for charity, especially when it comes to autism. Not only autism, but also for mental health, men's mental health in particular, really.
Our first category is for organisations doing exceptionally amazing things in society. So let's meet our finalists. We have the British Heart Foundation Retail Volunteering Team. We have the Goldies Charity. We have Hypo Hounds. And we have NAPAC. So let's start with our judges' winner. So our judges were incredibly impressed with this organisation and their dedication to proactively saving the lives of others. And the judges' winner of the Patrons Award for Best Organisation is Hypo Hounds.
Please don't stop the music.
Wow, well done, Hypo Hounds. Now, before I tell you a little bit about the wonderful work that Hypo Hounds does, I think we should go back to Karen because of, I wouldn't leave the stage just yet.
The People's Choice. I've never seen so many votes for one organisation. I mean, this was just incredible. So, the winner of the public vote for the best organisation is Hypo Hounds!
This was so funny because the Hypo Hounds team went up onto stage and they were just literally living the dream, right? They were so excited that they just won this award. And they met Her Royal Highness and she handed them the award, and then they walked down the steps and they were just walking over to where you have your photo taken. And then Karen announced that the People's Choice, and it was them again. And they had to turn around and come back up, and they were still holding the award that they just won. It was so funny, and it was so well deserved. Absolutely amazing. Now, I've had the honour of visiting the Hypo Hounds Training Centre in Kent, and it's so hard to put into words just how powerful that experience was. Watching those dogs work, seeing what they can detect, how they respond, and how instinctively they protect. It's something that stays with you, and the impact they have on the lives of children and families is nothing short of remarkable. Hypo Hounds train specialist scent detection dogs for children living with type 1 diabetes, children who often have no warning when their blood sugars fall dangerously low or spike without notice. These dogs step in before any device alerts, picking up tiny chemical changes and giving families a precious 15-minute window to act. That's the difference between safety and collapse, sometimes even between life and death. The charity was born from a mother's desperation. Jane Pearman found herself alone, exhausted and terrified when she cared for her daughter Sophie, waking up every hour at night, living in fear that she might not wake up again. When she trained a dog to help, everything changed. That dog, Scooby, went on to save Sophie's life again and again, and now thousands of families are benefiting from that same spark of hope. And Scooby even won an award last year for his efforts. He's just a super hound. Unbelievable. Now fast forward 8 years and Hypo Hounds have trained more than 50 life-saving dogs, with not a single child needing a hospital admission since receiving one. Some dogs alert 6 to 10 times a day. Scooby alone has alerted over 36,000 times. 36,000 prevented emergencies, 36,000 moments of reassurance, 36,000 times a child was kept safe. But it's not just the dogs. Hypo Hounds wrap families in support, emotional care, respite, sibling inclusion, guidance and community. They charge nothing. Even though each dog costs around £25,000 to train, they survive purely on fundraising and determination. They do not charge a single penny to the families for the dogs, the vet bills, anything. It is all covered by the charity. They aren't just excellent, they are extraordinary. They change the trajectory of children's lives. They give parents a gift of sleep, of trust, of being able to breathe again. They save lives quietly, consistently, every single day. This award recognises a charity doing work that is both heroic and deeply human, and it deserves every bit of recognition that it receives. Now, I must say as well, Jane told me an amazing story. The parents had the dog, and the child was at school about a mile away, and the dog was alerting the parent that the child was low on insulin, needed insulin. But the child was at school, nearly a mile away, but the dog was still alerting. So she dismissed it. I was like, don't be silly, don't be silly. And then literally a couple of moments later, the school rang to say that this was happening. How did the dog know? It's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I managed to grab a few excited words with Jane just after she had won the award for Hypo Hounds. Have a listen to this and you can just hear the emotion. It's incredible. So I'm now with Jane from Hypo Hounds, who went up to collect one award, which was the judges' vote for organisation that's doing wonderful things. And as she was coming off the stage, she was called back on again to pick up the public vote as well. So you got 2 awards.
I know. Oh my God.
It's amazing. Honestly, I literally was crying for you. It's just...
It was awesome. I did a double take. Sophie was kicking me under the table saying, you better get up. Get up. And
I think HRH was actually quite pleased that you won as well. Like, her face lit up. It was just...
I can't believe it.
2 awards.
I can't believe it. I'm like, whoa.
Have you texted people and told them what you won?
Yeah, everyone's like, really? Really? And it's like, yeah, here's the proof. Look, here it is.
So to win both, I mean, I
can't believe it. I got off the stage and like you say, the lady was like, oh, you might want to watch that one. And it was like, oh, but we've got to have our photo done, turn round. And they were like, come back on.
It's your first BQF Awards and you've won 2. I can't believe it. I'm so proud. I'm so pleased for you.
Well, if I'd never met you, I would have never known about this.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with it.
No, I know, but I wouldn't have known about BQF at all.
Well, you made it now. This is it. This is where the...
We've had so I've got a posted in the toilet. Have you got a business card? I have a leaflet.
Oh no! That's how you know you made it. But well done. I'm so pleased.
Now on to our second category. So our second category is for individuals. So let's meet our finalists. We've got the wonderful Aston Avery. Dr. Goodwin Osung, who unfortunately couldn't be with us this evening, by the way. We've got Grenville Jones, Jat Watsu, Joe Henney, and Margaret Ryland. So we're going to start with our judges winner. Our judges winner provides a very powerful example of how volunteering can make a real difference to individual lives and communities. This person combines such a humble approach with a real passion for giving back. Our judges winner of Best Individual is the wonderful Margaret Ryland.
Oh, Margaret, congratulations. You know, every so often you meet someone who reminds you what real service looks like. Not the loud kind, not the big show, the kind that shows up quietly, consistently, and with a level of care that can change the entire direction of a life. And that's Margaret. Margaret has been part of the Homestar Isle of Wight for more than 20 years, supporting families who are often at their lowest, loneliest, and most overwhelmed. She's stood beside 14 families so far, with a 15th about to begin, and families dealing with isolation, health issues, grief, parenting challenges, and everyday pressures that don't always show from the outside. Now, what makes Margaret so remarkable isn't a single moment. It's the accumulation of thousands of them. Listening without judgment, holding a baby so a parent can breathe, reading stories at bedtime, sitting in hospital waiting rooms, being a shoulder, the calm voice, the reassurance. Parents describe her as a person who kept them going when they were ready to give up. Someone who stayed long after the official support period was over. Someone who has become, literally, part of the family. All of this while handling her own challenges, ill health, personal loss, and the ups and downs that life throws at any of us. Yet she never asks for rest. She simply says, "Keep me busy." She's helped steer the charity as a trustee and chair, guiding others with experience, wisdom, and a way of speaking that lands exactly when it needs to. She remembers where the charity has come from, but always keeps moving forward with it. I had the absolute pleasure of speaking with Margaret before the awards and hearing firsthand about her work, her families, and what keeps her going. It's a conversation that stayed with me.
I've been a volunteer for Homestar for 20 odd years. Before that, I did a lot of other volunteering with Meals on Wheels, Forces Families. I enjoy working with families and watching babies grow into toddlers, into school children, and I feel it's worthwhile, and I enjoy doing it very much, and working with the parents to do the best possible for the family. And I've been told that I'm like a mother or a grandmother that every family hasn't had. I feel they relax enough with me to be able to, so that we can discuss their problems, and I can advise perhaps and suggest without seeming too dogmatic or interfering. Generally, a lot of fun is after you get to know your family. There's a lot of fun to be had on both sides, and it's very rewarding.
So now for the public vote, everybody. The winner of the public vote for the best individual is Grenville Jones.
Oh, congratulations, Grenville. Incredible. Do you know what? If you spend even a short amount of time around Grenville Jones, one thing becomes obvious. This is a man who has built a life around giving people reasons to come together. His work isn't flashy. It doesn't rely on big production or polished stages. Instead, it rests on something simple but rare. The belief that music is a doorway back to confidence, back to connection, back to community. And Grenville has opened that doorway for thousands. Across the southwest, 35 choirs exist simply because he thought they should, because he saw the difference that belonging makes. These groups are full of people who never imagined they'd stand in a room and sing with others, yet now find themselves laughing, learning and leaving each week lighter than they arrived. And then there's Goldies. It's not about performance at all. It's about older people who have lost touch with the world around them, rediscovering joy in a room full of familiar songs. Over 2,600 people take part, many of whom might otherwise spend their days in silence. Grenville built this for them because he couldn't stand the idea of anyone being left out. His influence isn't loud, but it's wide. More than £1 million raised for charities, support for national causes, moments created that outlast any single concert, a lifetime of using music as a tool for good. What strikes you most is that he never presents himself as the hero in any of this. He simply does the work, turns up again and again the next day and the next day, and keeps creating spaces where people feel welcome. Before the awards, I had the opportunity to sit down with Grenville and hear him talk about why he does what he does, and the passion behind it is unmistakable.
My charity, Goldies, is unique. What we do is we bring together and encourage older, isolated people, and we organise singing sessions, community singing sessions, for isolated people to come, join together, sing popular songs, many of which are songs that they sung, in their youth or when they were more active, and we remind them of the better times and help to bring back memories of, it sounds probably a little bit unkind, but it is true, memories of when life was better and more fulfilled for them. And so they come to these sessions, which are all across England and Wales, church halls, all sorts of venues, working with all sorts of partners, and they come, they sing. We've now developed, so we have music on screen, the words on screen. We're a community group that uses singing and songs as a catalyst to give people a reason, give people who are lonely a reason for getting out and being with others. And we're the only organisation who do that on such a wide scale.
This year, like every other year, we've seen some exceptional organisations and some exceptional people, and there are a couple of outstanding examples that stood out to the juries and deserve some extra special recognition here this evening. So I want to make 2 Exceptional Excellence Awards. The first one goes to an organisation who have taken looking after their employees to a completely different level and had a number of our judges in tears with the story of how they had helped one employee overcome incredible hardship. Now, sadly, Bijou cannot be here with us this evening, but we cannot express how moved our jury were with your personal journey. And Auntie Kimura, you are truly a shining example of authentic and compassionate leadership. So please put your hands together. Auntie Kimura, thank you. Right, everybody. So our second Exceptional Excellence Award is for an individual who is an absolute role model of excellence. If you haven't met this person, put it on your to-do list, because they deliver life-saving services, creating operational excellence within their organisation, their community, and for all of us on an absolute national level. Please give a huge round of applause to the most inspirational Daryl Brown, CEO of Magpus Air Ambulance.
Massive congratulations to Auntie Kimura and Daryl Brown on your very special awards. So pleased for you. Seeing the emotion on the stage when people go up and get their awards is just magical, and it's one of the best things about the awards is when you're just at your table, you've got a glass of something nice, your belly's full after a really nice meal, and then you're just watching people go up there and get the spotlight for things that they've been doing is absolutely wonderful. Let's go back to Karen and hear of some of the other special awards that were handed out to some fantastic people who are just so deserving. And that's it for the UK Excellence Awards 2025. Thank you so much for joining us on the last 3 episodes. It's been a joy to have your company. Now, if you've been inspired by the UK Excellence Awards 2025 and you think you and your organisation have got excellence to share, in 2026, I've got great news for you because the awards ceremony will be back at Wembley Stadium in October 2026. Now, that might seem a long way off, but it's not, because the awards open on the 27th of November 2025 and they close on the 27th of February 2026. So head over to www.bqf.org.uk to see how you can submit your entries and get yourself at Wembley Stadium next October. We'd love to have you there, and who knows, you could be on the Celine podcast in 2026 and we could be talking about you winning your award. How cool would that be?
Would like to recognise the following people. The first category is our BQF Excellenteers. So I would like to ask the following people to come and join me to receive an award in recognition of their service. That's Alex Boyce, Andrea Greco, Matt Sims, Paul Hayward, Scott Rolfe, and Tim Sisme. Our final little set of awards is for our BQF ambassadors, and these are people who are literally helping us to shape the future UK excellence agenda. Phil Knowles, Alan Frost, Carla Thomas, Pete Evans. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal for the kind words the heartfelt encouragement that she gives us all to continue with this community and our pursuit of excellence. Please join me, everybody, in a huge round of applause. An amazing, amazing lady. Hey, we are so lucky to have her as part of our community. That brings a close to the formal part of our evening. I would like to thank you all for a fabulous awards programme this year. Remember, every single winner will be sharing their stories at our showcase events. You've been a fabulous audience, and on behalf of everybody at BQF, thank you for supporting us. We are so proud to be part of what you all do, and we love shining the light and giving you the opportunity to showcase your excellence. Remember, keep being excellent. It's good night from me, and I look forward to catching up with you, many of you, and I may even see you on the dance floor. Good night, Wembley! So the winner this year of Excellence in Collaboration is Balfour Beatty Highways. The winner of Excellence in Continuous Improvement, Culture for Service, is Tesco. The winner of Excellence in Continuous Improvement Culture for Infrastructure goes to Scottish and Southern Electricity Networks. So the winner of the Excellence in Customer Experience is National Express. So the winner this year is Chevron. And the winner is Kessler's London. Our winner this year is the British Heart Foundation. The first winner of Excellence in People Engagement and Development is GXO. So our second winner, everyone, Centrica. So the winner, everybody, for Project Delivery for Service is Newcastle University. Everybody, our winner this year is Tesco. So the winner of Being Excellent Practitioner is Rebecca Bowles. The winner this year is Pepper Clayton Fisher. The Being Excellent Established Leader is Gwakadi Stali from Helios Towers. So the winner, everybody, of Being Excellent Best Team is the RAC Operations Team. The winner of Transformation Excellence is BT Networks. And the judges' winner of the Patrons Award for Best Organisation is Hypo Hound. The winner of the public vote for the best organisation is Hypo Hound. Our judges' winner of Best Individual is the wonderful Margaret Rylands. The winner of the public vote for the best individual is